What's up, y'all? Polo Sports talking ENT here again with another one. Make sure you hit that like, hit the sub, comment, also hit the notifications too. Got some breaking news coming out of the sport of boxing as the uh, Caleb Plant versus Canelo Alvarez fight is not going to happen. I repeat, Caleb Plant, Canelo Alvarez, or whichever order you want to put it, Saul versus Caleb is not going to happen. Okay, uh, this deal has collapsed. Okay, and I'm going to get into something that I think it was in just a second, but it's not. It's not going to happen. The fight was originally supposed to go down on September the 18th, uh, but apparently apparently it had to do with the negotiation between Canelo's management and Plant's team with PBC. Uh, some people are questioning if Caleb Plant was being too greedy because he did want 10 million. Uh, he wanted 10 million about for the fight, and uh they didn't really the person that was really gonna really make this fight was Canelo. That's nothing to take away from Caleb Plant because Caleb Plant is undefeated coming in at 21-0, but his resume doesn't stack up against Canelo. Against Canelo Alvarez. Um, another thing is, man, is that it's. I think this is what I think. I think that there was some stuff going on behind the scenes because, as you know, Oscar De La Hoya is getting ready to fight. He's fighting on September the 11th. Okay, and if you've been living up under a rock or you don't know what's going on or you haven't really kept up with anything, Canelo Alvarez and Oscar De La Hoya have been beefing, and Canelo Oscar De La Hoya is supposed to make his return. Originally, he wanted to make his return because a lot of people don't understand that Mexican Independence Day is on the 18th, uh, or somewhere around there. I know that Mexican Independence Day is in the month of September. And salute to you, Jacob. I seen you in the building. And he wanted to kind of somehow block Canelo from it being his month or fighting on that day, if that makes any sense. So just so that he can show that he's the shine and everything. But everybody knows that Canelo rules Mexico, and so this fight is not going down. I was anticipating it. It would have been a great challenge for Canelo, but he would have got the victory anyways. Uh, it definitely saved him. It saved him a butt whooping. Because people got to think about it, man. You talking about a resume 21-0 compared to a 56-1-0. 50. I'm sorry about that. 56-1-2 record with 38 KOs. And the whole thing was to move up to 175 so that he could eventually fight Dimitri Bivol. uh, for his title, and Bivol is currently undefeated right now at this at this point in time. But I think Caleb Plant kind of got a little bit too greedy, and then also in the same token, I think Oscar De La Hoya is kind of glad about this. He'll do anything to block Canelo shine, just for the fact that he doesn't like he's not feeling he doesn't like Canelo, and he owes Canelo money. Everybody knows this. Ever since Oscar De La Hoya said he was gonna come back and everything, he's used it as a catalyst to try to get back at Canelo. When 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 Oscar De La Hoya was out of the fight game, guess what? Canelo was making his moves. Days in was making his moves for him, getting the fights that he needed. Then all of a sudden, Oscar De La Hoya comes in. Somehow he's getting blocked. Somehow the fight's not going down. And this isn't nothing. I have never seen a fight not go down with Canelo. Yeah, you could say that with the fights in terms of several other fights when they were about to fight. They were in close negotiations and everything, but it wasn't quite close like this because they had already had a date set. So it's a lot of stuff behind the scenes, and as you know, as Jacob knows, as I'm gonna let him go ahead and finish this and cook on this. In the sport of boxing, it's a very dirty game, and this right here, I know everybody's thinking like, well, what the hell does Oscar De La Hoya have to do? He has a lot to do with this. Make no mistake about it. Even though Oscar De La Hoya he was a great boxer and legendary and everything like that, people forget how much of a snake he is. And he's not all there. We're talking about a guy that did Mayweather wrong. We're talking about a guy that did Canelo wrong. We're talking about a guy that, in my opinion, he doing Ryan Garcia wrong. A lot of people don't see that, but man, other than that, man, the fight's not going down. I'm disappointed. I wanted to see Canelo add to this because he'll get one step closer to being undisputed. Go ahead, Jacob, man. You got your take on this, man.
Salute, Polo. It's good with you, man.
What's up with it, man? What you got on this?
Look, one thing I keep trying to I was trying to tell you and South at one point of time that certain stars, certain fighters are not a pay-per-view attraction. Canelo and Oscar De La Hoya both have a country behind them. Do you wonder why Floyd Mayweather does what he do all the time with fights? Yeah, he could pick and choose who he want to fight, but guess what? All these fights that he picked and choose ain't had nothing to do with who he can and cannot beat.
Right, but let me stop you there, man. We're not talking about Mayweather.
Look, I'm trying to get somewhere.
Yeah,
Okay,
please,
I ain't gonna
man,
talk
because
about
you
Mayweather.
always bringing up Mayweather every time we fight him. But nigga, we talking about two fighters that have absolutely
Wait,
nothing to
hold
do
on.
with Mayweather.
Okay, look, listen. Okay, okay. Well, guess what? I'm gonna take some points of stuff that he say about the sport of boxing that that's gonna make hell of a lot of sense here in a second.
All
Well,
right, go
for
ahead.
number one, The man on the left side of the screen is the A side, Canelo Alvarez. That's
Mhm.
one. Top dog in boxing. Yes. Right? Yes or no?
You're right.
The guy on the right has never fought on pay per view. Where was his biggest payday? What the hell can Caleb Plant offer Canelo? How many times has Canelo been on pay per view? What has Canelo numbers been like on pay per view? Who has Canelo
Outstanding.
fought?
They've been outstanding.
Who has Caleb Plant fought? Has Caleb Plant able to sell arena out?
Not Caleb Plant.
Okay, then. There you go. There you go.
Canelo can. And for the fight,
Hold on,
highest.
wait a second. Do Caleb Plant have a country behind him? Yes or no?
No, he don't. I agree
Okay
with
then.
you. No, I
Okay then.
agree. I agree with you on that. But the
Uh,
last
how,
fight that. Go ahead,
how
man.
many times? How many times has Canelo defended his championship titles?
Um, at least, man, it's been about what 20. I'm trying to see how many title defenses he's had.
And how many title defenses has Caleb Plant had? Okay
I don't
then.
know.
Well, guess what? The conversation's over with. Cause I just look, uh, business wise, Guess what? Uh, when you talking about Oscar De La Hoya, you gotta understand who's the originator of look of cash cowing. You gotta understand who's the original beefcake up in this mud. And I don't
And
mean
okay,
I
so
don't.
that okay, so that's what you're getting at. But that's not that. Okay, you talking about okay when you talk about Oscar De La Hoya, you talking about doing it in a snakish way. You talking about in the arena of Don King. There ain't nothing prominent about what Oscar De La Hoya is doing. Matter of fact, he needs to be sitting his ass down, Jacob. But he's only doing this to get back at Canelo because he knows Canelo is far more successful than he's ever been, and now he wants to come in and he wants to try to block Canelo, knowing that it's Mexican Independence Day, trying to mess up the month and everything. And this was a month that many Mexicans, and you know Mexicans, they love their boxing. Salute to you, Stephen Brown. I see you in the building.
Salute, Stephen
A
Brown.
lot of Mexican. Yeah, hey, I hope you're doing all right, Stephen Brown, man. Just
Salute to
continue
you.
to hold on, bro. Just hold on,
Praying
man.
for you, homie. Praying for you,
Uh,
homie.
listen, man. This was the month that Canelo was supposed to make his presence felt and everything, and this was a month that he truly wanted to fight. It's bigger than Cinco de Mayo. This is we talking about Mexican Independence Month. More people care about this month than they do Cinco de Mayo, a day in which who was notorious fighting on that day? Mayweather, which was very smart of him.
Okay. Now,
Since you want to mention Mayweather, since you love Mayweather, since you're a Mayweather holic.
listen. Polo, stop hating.
No,
Anyway,
no. I'm not hating at all. Matter of fact, if anything,
I'm trying to.
if you listen to me, I'm actually
I'm
giving
listening.
him props. I'm not hating on Mayweather right now, but it was a
Well, since
smart,
I want you
genius idea.
talk about since I want to mention Mayweather. Well, hell, I got to mention Mayweather. Why not?
Nigga, you mention Mayweather every single time, and we weren't even talking about him.
Okay, listen. I'm trying to
It's
mention.
like when you go on Ticket Show, right? Remember you because you go on Ticket, you listen to Ticket. Don't
Yeah,
Ticket get irritated every time you bring up who?
the
LeBron.
man from Akron.
LeBron. They
Yeah,
gotta talk
I
about
mean,
LeBron. And
right.
LeBron don't even have nothing to do with the damn conversation. That's what you
Okay,
doing.
uh, Okay, we said, look, first of all, we talk about, look, I'm trying to make boxing sense and business at the same time, man. From watching boxing and listen, you gotta understand. I listen to Floyd what he be talking about, man. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, he a smart fighter, but he also giving you the business, man. If Floyd wasn't a real dude, he would have never he would told Terrence Crawford stay with Bob Arum. No, he trying to get away from Bob Arum.
I understand that, but the fact of the matter is, Jacob, man, is that you you can obviously see what's going on right here. Anybody, I know you got common sense enough to see what's going on because he already listen. Monty Brown had already talked about it. Matter of fact, I want you to go look
I just
at.
chopped it over money a little bit.
Okay, then you see that this has been brewing for about at least 3-4 months now, and Oscar De La Hoya has been trying to find any type of way to undermine Canelo and what he's doing. Because Canelo, man, if anything, man, you know what? I would take it to that level, man. I'm talking about legally, Jacob, because he still owes Canelo 8 million. He still owes him
So
that money. So I'd be more pissed off at the fact that you messing up my bag right now.
so is this about them fighting each other or the fact that he don't want the fact he don't want
It's okay. Listen, hold on one second. Who's coming in here? Okay, Herman's up in here. All right. Look, salute Herman. I'm gonna let you cook in just
Absolute.
a second.
Bet.
what up, Herm?
Look, look,
What up,
look. This
Jacob?
is the thing. This is the thing. Monty had already talked about it. Monty Brown had already talked about it. Town Biz had talked about this. Shout out to Town Biz. Go sub to his channel if you're not sub to his channel. LDBC all day. Both of them brothers. And Monty Brown. Go sub to his channel. All about boxing. Listen, this has been brewing for a while. Oscar De La Hoya said that he was coming out of retirement and he actually wanted to fight Canelo and everything, which is really stupid and really preposterous. So he had to settle for a guy who in which he fit in a fight on September the 11th, a guy that he just known to be a UFC fighter. Well, a few months prior to that, Jacob, man, he was talking all this crap about Canelo and bringing up all this stuff in the past, saying that he was the one that made Canelo and all this other stuff, which to a certain degree was fairly true. But Canelo was the one. Canelo and his trainer were the ones that actually were aggressive in fighting who your man Mayweather. He called Mayweather out. He wanted to fight Mayweather, and everybody was thought that Canelo was crazy for doing that. What's his name didn't want to get him some of the fights that he was trying to get. That's why everybody was like, "Oh yeah, well he ducking Charlo, and he ducking this person, and he ducking that person." He always wanted to fight Charlo. He always wanted to fight Errol Spence. Errol Spence said, man, Errol Spence said out of his mouth, he respects the hell out of Canelo. And he said that if they ever got a chance, they would want to fight in Dallas Stadium. But guess who didn't want that stuff to go down? It was
De
Oscar
La
De La
Hoya.
Hoya. Because Chavez had came out and already said that the person that runs Mexico is hands down Canelo, and that boiled what's his name's blood, Oscar De La Hoya, and he's not a full he's an American. Canelo's a full blooded Mexican. So like you said, that goes back to that point. What did you say? He got a country behind him. Matter of fact, if you want to get technical, he got two countries behind him because he could go to England and the UK and sell out there. He could go to Saudi Arabia, sell out there, do way more numbers than Anthony Joshua did. He could go to damn Brazil. He could go to the whole South America. Man, he could go anywhere in this motherfucker, and they know who Canelo is. I guarantee you. Go ahead, Herman, and then I'll let Jacob because I already know he about to throw some more shit about Mayweather. Go ahead, Herman. What you
Ah,
got on this, man?
quit,
uh,
quit hating on the best ever.
I
I
guess
Go
know
my
ahead,
Herman
Ern.
knows that's not true.
I guess my thing is with Oscar De La Hoya. He always know he always been a jealous, hating ass person. With Canelo, if I'm Canelo, I don't know how what kind of contract he's signed. Yeah, I know he's owed 8 million, but it might be some shit in that contract that might cancel that. But if I'm Canelo, I buy myself out of that contract. Got a whole country behind you. Get somebody to support you. Link up with Al Heyman or something and ask for some advice for Al Heyman to see how you can get out that situation, get out that deal. You may have to sacrifice a fight to get up out that deal. But if I'm Canelo, that's the type of shit I'd be on to try to get out the way so I don't have to deal with Oscar De La Hoya, period. So I think that's something that he need to look into because this gonna keep happening. Oscar De La Hoya gonna keep getting in the way of everything that Canelo is trying to do. So if I'm Canelo, you gotta somehow buy your way out the contract. Take the floor out, get some advice from Al Heyman, and try to get out that situation. That's my take on Polo.
Okay, well, look, before I let Jacob go, also remember, and I already talked to Jacob about this, Herman. I don't know if you're in the loop about this. You probably are. You sound like you know your boxing, man. Listen, he wanted 10 million. Caleb Plant talk about 10 million and everything. People don't feel like he's worth that much. I mean, yeah, he's 21-0 and everything. He undefeated, but his resume ain't as big as Canelo. The people that they saying that is worth 10 million is guys like David Benavidez, which was next on the list because that's what they were focused. They were focusing on Benavidez. He was possibly going to get another fight, and then they were going to try to get to Errol Spence here at Dallas Stadium, and that was going to sell out. That's what their whole goal was. You know what I'm saying? That's what they working to be because they actually made it. And then Arthur Betterby, if I'm saying his name right. That's what they were worth as far as 10 million and everything. But you right on point, Herman. Man, he definitely do gotta try to do something about this because what's his name? I do give Jacob this. I will give him this credit right here. He's gonna continue to try to do everything he can because Oscar De La Hoya, even though he's a snake and everything like that, he somewhat has some power in the sport of boxing. But I feel like this Canelo has just as much power right now because it goes back to what I was just saying. He does have that country behind him, and he's gonna have to do everything he can to ice that guy out. He got the whole country behind him. Yeah, September 11th. Yeah, that's all good and gravy, but man, the Mexicans don't care about that. They care about September the 18th. Go ahead,
Yeah.
Jacob.
Look, when Floyd was fighting under top rank, it was the same bullshit. He was getting robbed from Bob Arum his whole for 10 years. For 10 years, Bob Arum was taking, and guess what? He still owe Floyd money to this day. See what I'm saying? And like I said, the whole Oscar De La Hoya talking about he want to fight Canelo, which is suicide because Canelo gonna destroy him and hell, I don't see that fight going even 3 rounds. Shit, Canelo hit him. Canelo hit him with the mirrors of two, two or three good body shots. He toast. You know what I'm saying? Canelo power is 10 times stronger than what it was when he was fighting at welterweight. Man, nah, man. Canelo pounding with the big dogs. You see what I'm saying? That'd be suicide on on Oscar De La Hoya, and to even be trying to get in the ring with him. The thing is, see, a guy like Oscar De La Hoya can really do that. He can come in and stop this fight because guess what? He's the originator. He's the originator when it comes to cash cow.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Making this money, generating, putting the country. You gotta understand. He is the original pay-per-view king. You're talking to the original pay-per-view king here. Caleb Plant is not a pay-per-view king. Caleb Plant track record is he ain't even fought. I mean, he ain't even fought the top guys in his weight class. So you listen. That's the reason why you fight a guy from another country who's pretty much gonna they whole country gonna buy the pay per view. You already know that's already a million in sales right there. See what I'm saying? That's guarantee you a million pay per view buys.
I
Just at
mean,
least when
why?
you got a host. We huh?
I was like, why you just want to do the Triple G fight again?
I mean, he could do that, but you gotta understand,
Nah,
Triple G
man.
got a
I
country.
don't.
He got
Man, that.
he got a country behind him. He got a country behind. Man, when you got a country
I
behind
don't
you,
want to
it
see
makes
it. I
sense.
don't want to. I don't want to see it again. But that might be a way you can get out your contract.
Nah,
You Canelo, you got to
listen.
strategize.
Well, yeah. I listen. I would. I know that people want to like. Okay, like I'll give you a prime example, Herman. I want to see Ryan Garcia versus a Tank. Like I'm pretty sure you will want to see that because okay, yeah, right. We all know Ryan Garcia, Jacob. Ryan Garcia gonna get his ass whooped, but the fact that he has a heart to step in the ring, it would be intriguing. I want to see. Everybody wants to see a Sean Porter versus a Crawford or a Crawford versus a Spence and everything. They don't want to see them when they're old and discuss it. My thing about that, what you just said about Triple G and Canelo, they're gonna be like, well, yeah, they already fought and everything. That's their attitude and everything. Uh, what are you talking about? You said Javier. Yeah, yeah, I know. He ducking him. Yeah, that's facts right there. Yeah, he ducking him. Anyways, I'll get to that in just a second. I mean, okay, everybody off. But you see what I'm saying on her? I want to see
Yeah.
these guys when they're in their prime, like even like a Haney. Me and Jacob was talking about that. A Haney versus a Tank. People, that's more intriguing. You know what I'm saying? Like a Canelo versus a Charlo, because that's been brewing for quite some time. They want to see that. They want to see a Canelo versus. I don't. I honestly don't want to see a Spence versus Pacquiao.
Pacquiao. I think Pacquiao gonna
Why
get his
not?
ass whooped.
Hold on,
Pacquiao gonna get his
hold on,
ass whooped.
I already told you,
whoa,
Jacob.
hold on, wait a second, hold on, hell,
Pacquiao gonna
hold
get his
on, hell,
ass whooped.
hold on, wait a second. God damn, where my goddamn phone at?
Yeah, yeah, we said it.
Goddamn,
Come on,
where my
come on.
goddamn phone at? You
Pacquiao gonna
niggas
get his
cap,
ass whooped, and you know it,
you niggas
Denzel.
is straight. You niggas capping. God damn it, where is my phone at?
He too damn old. Pacquiao ain't gonna be able to move like he used to move now. He gonna get his ass whooped. He
Where's my
old.
goddamn phone at?
Look,
So
he got to look for
Pacquiao,
his phone. Yeah, you don't need to. Hey, you don't got to go for the records. You ain't got to go Wikipedia nothing. Look, he
oh
gonna
no,
lose.
hold on, whoa, listen. So a man who's an 8-time division world champion
You want to
who
bring that?
has, huh?
You know they robbed Marquez at least two out of those fights. Marquez should have won at least two more times against Pacquiao.
Okay,
They
but we
they
ain't talking about
robbed him.
fights, Hearn. We not
They
talking about
robbed him.
fight, Hearn.
Now, if you
Hearn,
would have, I'm
Hearn,
just saying, you want, I'm gonna
Hearn.
bring up some shit now.
Okay, you listen. You can bring up whatever you want to bring up to.
If you would have
I'm
offered two
trying to
times
tell.
to Marquez, if they would have awarded Marquez two more wins, you
Hey,
think
that's
he'll be
hey.
you think he'll be legendary like he is now?
Yep.
Hell no.
Because Professor, look, listen. I'm just trying to put up the resume.
Well, I'm gonna give. Hey, let me. Okay, go ahead, pull up the resume, Jacob. But the only reason I'm giving Pacquiao his leeway in terms of his legacy and could walk away today and be unprecedented is because he's fought in probably more weight classes anybody. He's fought light flyweight,
What it started over
flyweight,
105?
superweight, featherweight, lightweight, light welterweight, and light middleweight. He's
That
fought
steroids,
and
Jacob.
he's been successful in all of in the majority of those.
That steroids, Jacob. That's the only reason. He was on steroids. I
Ah,
said it. I said it. He didn't want to fight
okay,
nobody. He didn't
nigga.
want to fight Floyd
Bring up
or
stat. Listen, hey, you can bring up steroids all you want. Harm the perm.
why didn't want to take that blood test? Why
And
didn't
a
want
lot of people don't realize this, like Greek the Freak. Hey, they were like some of the athletes that were actually in the army. He served in
Yep.
the army.
Yep.
I
Look,
mean,
I'm trying to tell y'all is that Manny Pacquiao. You do
Don't
know
take
that Manny Pacquiao,
don't take that. I'm gonna let you know before you might even mention it. Don't use Keith Thurman. I always said Keith Thurman was overrated anyway. So don't
or
use
hold
Keith
on, wait a
Thurman.
minute. Well, hold on, listen. I ain't listen. We're not talking about opponents. I'm talking about Manny Pacquiao in his entire what Manny Pacquiao has behind him. Once again, he has a country. Manny Pacquiao is a pay per view is on that pay per view list. See what I'm saying?
That's
This
true.
is before he fought Floyd. Manny Pacquiao's been on pay per view. He didn't become pay per view. He's been on pay per view. He
So,
has one of the greatest trainers of all time,
he's broke too.
in Freddie Roach.
so so you don't you think you giving him a chance against Earl?
I think
No,
he
I'm not giving him
crazy.
a chance. No, no, no. I'm not, listen, I'm trying to give you all the dynamics of boxing. I want you to misunderstand how boxing is and about boxing. You gotta understand how boxing works. Trust me, if you was a fighter, let me ask you this. How would you feel, just be honest, how would you feel if I was taking 25% of your money? Just whatever. I don't care. Paycheck and all. How would you
Shit,
feel about that?
they
Be
getting
honest.
more than that. They getting more than
No.
25% from his ass.
Okay, I'm asking you,
What
how
they
would you feel if
did, they
I was
did.
taking, I mean, how would you feel if I'm taking 25% of your money?
I would have whooped his ass. I'm a boxer. I would have
Yeah.
scared his ass or
No, I'm
something.
saying if I'm your promoter, if I'm your promoter, your manager, whatever, how would you feel if I'm taking 25% of your money, your earnings, what you make?
I'm gonna be pissed off at you.
Okay, you're gonna be mad, right?
Yeah.
But that's the reason why. Guess what? That's happened against. That's happened against. Uh, uh, that's happened against. For Pacquiao most of his career because Bob Arum was doing that.
Yeah, he didn't get most of his money in that
He,
Floyd fight like he should have cashed in on.
yeah, because Bob Arum is getting 25% of his earnings. That's pay per view. That's that's before and after sales. You know what I'm saying? That's before and after sales. He's getting that. Think about it. Floyd was like Manny Pacquiao. Listen, Manny Pacquiao paydays wasn't big until Floyd offered him 40 million. Floyd was gonna wire him 20. I'm gonna wire you 20 million. Floyd is giving him that money direct right now. I'll wire you 20 before the fight and 20 after the fight, or the day of the fight, or something like that. He was saying that ain't even including what they gonna split with revenue, the pay per view sales and all that other stuff.
Yeah,
You see what I'm saying?
Floyd was trying to cut Bob Arum out the way and basically fuck with Pacquiao because shit, Pacquiao never got the good treatment that he deserved, actually. So Floyd
Man,
was trying.
look, Floyd was being nothing but generous and being a businessman. You see what I'm saying? Floyd learned all the business and stuff from Oscar De La Hoya.
And
and Al
And
Hammond.
Al
Al
Heyman.
Heyman.
Al Heyman, listen, Al Heyman and Leonard Ellerby done a perfect job with Floyd Mayweather's career.
yep.
Because guess what? Bob Arum still owe Floyd, but Floyd ain't tripping.
He also he also had. I think a lot of people forget this too. That Jordan is in a lot of these guys' ears too, though, because Jordan was getting effed over too. The same way that when he first came into the league and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? He took the league to a whole nother level. Magic Johnson and Larry Bird, they saved the league, and Michael Jordan, he took it to a whole nother level. And then he came, he came with the Air Force Ones, was making Nike hella money and everything. He was just like, you know what? I need to make this my own entity because I'm making. And he figured out they were making more money off of him, and he was just like, man, I could have my own brand, and that's when he started branding his own shoes. So I think that he was in a lot of them guys' ears. That's why a lot of them guys they signed with Jordan Brand. Case in point, Roy Jones and
Yeah.
and they was trying to f. People didn't like Roy Jones. You know that Herm and Jacob Jennings. They didn't like Roy Jones at all. They didn't want Roy Jones to succeed like that.
Yeah, that nigga top five all time too, by the way.
Jacob don't believe that though.
Ooh,
Roy Jones. Roy Jones top five all time.
no, I believe that.
He
I
said he
believe that.
can't beat Mayweather though.
Man, he can't fuck with Floyd.
Here we go.
I
Please,
mean, I
nigga.
love Floyd though. Floyd top five too now. I got Floyd top
Floyd,
five too.
look, Hearn, look.
Yeah,
Floyd has fought the most world champions in boxing history.
that's a
No,
fact.
he hasn't.
That's a fact. I mean,
No,
unless
he hasn't.
you got to go back deep in history.
Sugar Ray Robinson.
Yeah, yeah, that's the
Sugar
one that
Ray
really
Robinson
did.
fought more world champions than Floyd.
Yeah,
Yeah, Sugar
No,
Ray
no, no.
Robinson got
Listen,
over 200 fights.
hold on, wait a minute, hold on, wait a second. I said Floyd beat 20. Listen, I ain't talking about he fought
Man, you.
more. No, I'm talking about he actually. Listen, honestly, go. Okay, man. Let me ask you a question. Go look at Floyd Mayweather's belt collection. Count the belts. Count the belts.
Okay,
Count the
yeah,
belts.
but you gotta
I'm bullshit,
understand,
right? No, no, no. I'm bullshit, right? Go look at the nigga belt collection. You come
right?
tell me.
And
Come
that
back and
and
talk
that's
to me then,
great, but he
and we'll have a
controlled
conversation.
that. He controlled that.
I said
Sugar
he
Ray
top
Robinson.
five.
If they would have had belts, they didn't even have some of those belts back when he was fighting, and Sugar Ray
Hey,
Robinson didn't lose until like 70 something fights.
hey, Floyd can't help it. He was born at that time. He
Oh
can't
man,
help
here we
that.
go. Well,
He can't
hey,
help
but
that, man. You act like the man. You act like the man. Yeah,
Canelo
you act like the
knocked
man.
out
He
the
immortal.
opponents that Mayweather couldn't knock out. He knocked out. He knocked out. What's his name? Cotto. He knocked out. What's his name? Man, what was his name?
Yeah, but Floyd dominated the shit out of Canelo
I
Right, and he
mean,
was in his prime. He was in his
man, he
prime.
was a
Early
baby,
20s.
and if
Nigga went up, baby. Making all
and guess
excuses.
what? Yeah,
I ain't
he
trying to
may
hear
have
that.
dominated him, but hey,
Hey, the
he
nigga
never got
signed the
knocked out.
contract.
And guess what they said? No, no, no. Guess what they said after that fight? Immediately after that fight, all of the Mayweather hands down agreed that he was the second best fighter in the world. Second best. That came from Jeff Mayweather. And guess what happened since that fight, huh? Nothing.
Yeah, trust me.
Nothing has happened.
He look. I love Canelo Alvarez. Look. He's the cash cow. That motherfucker. Listen, Canelo ain't nobody to fuck with. You know what I'm saying? On box, listen. I'm telling you, on the boxing skill, you don't come with your A game. Canelo fucking you up. Period.
He
Trust me.
wouldn't beat him now.
Mayweather, huh?
Prime for prime, like I said, prime for prime. He
Man,
Canelo has
but
had a better
listen,
prime. He's already
he
fought
still
more fights than
Hey,
than
Floyd,
Mayweather.
one
Floyd
He's
hand,
prime,
56.
in
one
Floyd
He's
one
prime
hand.
though, he'll knock
Hell
out
no.
he'll
Hell
knock out
yeah,
Canelo.
absolutely,
He'll knock
no.
out
absolutely. He
Canelo.
got more power than Floyd.
Floyd and
Man,
Floyd was whooping Corrales
Okay,
ass.
name how
Corrales
many
can take a
he got
punch.
38 knockouts to his record.
But I'm just saying, if Floyd was in this prime fighting Canelo, he'll knock out Canelo.
Absolutely
man,
not. Absolutely
man.
not.
Canelo get his
Man,
ass
All
whooped.
right.
cause like I told you,
Canelo get
he
his ass
slipped.
whooped.
He didn't even utilize his shoulder roll that much when he was younger. And then on top of that, what's his name?
Who?
Canelo. The
Hold
Canelo
on. Who
is
didn't
just so
utilize their
slick.
shoulder roll when they was younger?
Cause Floyd
He
had
didn't use it
power.
as much as he did when he was
Floyd
older.
had Floyd had power back then.
Floyd didn't use his shoulder roll when he was younger.
No,
You didn't
I
watch
said
Floyd
he
Mayweather.
didn't. Listen, that's what I'm saying. You getting so emotional right now. I said he didn't utilize it as much as he did when he was
He took
older.
more punishment when he was younger. That's true.
Wait, hold on, Polo.
Cause that Corrales
Polo.
fight, he took some punishment that
Who
Corrales
taught
fight.
Floyd Mayweather the shoulder roll?
He
Man,
did.
that's not the point I'm making, Jacob. I'm saying he didn't use it. He was more about defense. He utilized his defense way more than what he did when he was young. Matter of fact, I felt that Pernell Whitaker got better defense than Canelo.
Better than Floyd.
Yeah,
I mean, I can't.
Jacob, say
I
something now.
wouldn't be. I wouldn't be mad at
Huh?
that.
You said
I
what?
wouldn't get mad at that.
You
Nah,
said what?
hey, you know what though, Herm? Everybody says that, man. I mean, I'm probably like the only one that feels like Canelo could beat what's his name in this prime though.
I don't think he
Well,
could
you'll be the
though.
only. Hey, go
Cause
ahead, go
I
ahead, cause
seen
I
you got.
guarantee you, if we was betting a million, if it was a million, you might as well go ahead and wind me that money now, cause I'm just gonna be worried about the check. You're gonna be worried about the
Oh my
fight.
gosh.
That's how Floyd. That's how Floyd.
Because you
That's how
saying it
Floyd say.
only because
He worried
he's
about.
50 and old. That's the only reason you saying that was his only loss right there. That's the only reason you tripping because it was his only loss, and that his only loss came against Mayweather.
Okay, but listen, Floyd. Listen, Floyd knows that Canelo is the cash cow. Floyd, listen, listen. It makes business sense. Why do you think Floyd Mayweather paydays have been the way they've been?
Because he fought on Cinco de Mayo.
Oh, let me ask you this, Hearn,
Hmm.
Polo. Yeah, let me ask you this: would you rather fight your homeboy from Memphis, right? You
Hmm.
rather fight your homeboy from Memphis and make 7 million than fight some Antonio Gutierrez from Venezuela for 40 million, and you guarantee the purse before and after the fight. And which one you taking?
I'm fighting that cat from Venezuela.
Right. Eh,
I want the 40
But
million, nigga.
let me tell you this, Jacob. I
You gonna
understand
fight
what you're
somebody
saying.
who's got a whole. You gonna fight somebody. Guess what? And that dude
Right.
and that dude from Memphis
But
is good. That dude
I'm
from
too.
Memphis, the other guy from Memphis is good. But guess what? He's not a pay-per-view attraction.
right,
Shane
and I
Mosley,
understand
Shane
that
Mosley had five
Mike
losses,
Tyson had a
and
pay
guess
per
what?
view attraction. Larry Holmes had
Yeah,
somewhat of a pay per view attraction.
they were
What's his
pay-per-view
name?
attraction. Of course, everybody gonna want to see them.
Riddick Bowe, and Holyfield, they had a pay per view attraction. But see, what I'm saying is, back in those days, you couldn't duck anybody like you're doing now, or pick and choose what you wanted to do. You was gonna have to see Marvin Hagler. You was gonna have to see Tommy Hitman Hurd. You was gonna have to see Sugar Ray Leonard. You gonna have to see Roberto Duran. You gonna have to see him at that press conference. Just like right now, what's his name? Aradonde showed up at Canelo's press conference. Yes, that's what you want to see because they want to fight each other. Aradonde called Canelo out or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That we need more of that. But now it's like, okay, Terrence Bud Crawford had what 6 to 7 years to fight Errol Spence. 6 to 7 years. You Jacob, you already know that that's true, Herm.
What?
they had plenty of time to make those fights happen. Oh, but you want to go for old ass Manny Pacquiao, and that didn't even work.
Look,
You can't pick
Manny
and choose.
Pacquiao.
You had to see each other, and you was
First of
gonna
all,
win a lot. Everybody, they so concerned, Herman, with I'm a lose. That you see the Charlos. I give one thing. I give the Charlos credit. I'll let you go, Jacob. My bad. One thing I give the Charlos credit about. One thing I get a Charlo credit about is that they don't mind losing. He just got that draw. Charlo just got that, which I felt like Castano won that fight, but they don't mind. They don't mind taking the L. Sean Porter, he don't mind taking the L, and we need more of that.
but Sean Porter has a better resume.
Absolutely,
Sean Porter, Sean Sean Porter basically has uh uh yeah. Sean Porter basically has a better resume. He's fought the better fighters. He has a better. Listen, when it comes to business, look, Sean Porter. Look, why you? Sean Porter is who you want on your resume. If you, especially if you're 147 pounds, Sean Porter's who you want on your resume. That's who you want. Sean Porter will fight anybody. Sean Porter don't ain't ducking no smoke.
The only thing with Sean Porter that hurt him, he undisciplined though.
Yeah. If man, listen, man, look, I love Kenny Porter. I just feel like they
he
need a
more
little bit more.
disciplined than Adrian Broner.
Andrew
Oh yeah, he
Broner,
way more, way
Andrew
more.
Broner, he just a cat from the hood that smelt himself too early, and he fucked up
Yeah,
trying to be like Floyd. He didn't understand that
man.
Floyd. He didn't understand what Floyd put in blood, sweat, and tears and was dedicated to the sport. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Adrian Broner didn't grow up like Floyd. Floyd was born into this shit.
Man, you
Floyd
gotta
was
work your
born
way up.
into it.
But see that ain't
Yep.
man. See, I don't man. I don't even make that no excuse, huh? Because hey, listen, man, just listen,
He don't trying to be
man.
like
Me,
Floyd. That's what
I
fucked him up.
came up in a rough environment. I'm pretty sure Jacob did. I'm pretty sure you did and stuff like that. But when you trying to be successful and stuff like that, man, one of the stupidest things that you could do
Like
is
I said,
go back to that and then also consume that
yeah.
and be that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that these guys
Hmm.
are perfect or anything like that. You're gonna do what you do. You're gonna have people that are gonna drag you down.
That's a fact. He fucked
Man,
up. He fucked
look.
up his whole career though. He had too much talent to be the type of nigga that he ended up being though. He ought to be ashamed of himself.
Well, Adrian Broner didn't make the necessary adjustments either. You know, I think preparation wise, Adrian Broner just to me, I just didn't see it.
I think
I
he
just, I
became
mean,
he became scared after that Madonna fight though. Madonna exposed
yeah,
him.
yeah. He just got exposed and
And
you
he was
know, he
scared ever
didn't take.
since.
Yeah. But here's the deal. But guess what? Adrian Broner. I hate to really say this, but Adrian Broner is worth 10 million almost a fight. Want to know why?
Hmm.
Anybody got an idea? Hold on, you got any idea why Adrian Broner is worth more money than some of the welterweights, some of the fighters that's out here?
And
Are you
he
talking
an
He
about in the
entertainer.
past or right now?
He an
because
entertainer
he
though.
knows how to sell himself. You listen.
Yeah,
If you can't sell yourself,
but
you're not
telling the
good.
public that you fucking other people's girl, that's not intriguing and that's not
Hey,
discipline.
I mean, as much as I listen, the man, the man. Look, he a clown on one hand, but damn, whatever he doing, put like this. If he was a businessman, shit, that's
Mhm.
what he got to do in order to make shit. Hell,
The
if he
perfect
bringing home the money, If he bring
I
listen, if he bring it on for check, man, look what I had to do, man. I had
I
to go. I
I
had to
put it
go.
to you like this. I put it to y'all like this, and I'm willing to put money on it. The best way that the people are selling the fights right now is a couple people, the Pulse and Tank
Yeah.
and Ryan Garcia, because Ryan Garcia got social media. Jacob Dennis Herman, the Pauls, they got social media on lot,
Yeah.
and of course Tank, he got social media on lot.
Uh-huh.
They're
Right.
selling the fights.
But hey,
All these YouTubers and stuff like that that are coming out and stuff like that. The boxers, they love it. The public, they think that the boxers hate it, but the boxers, they love it because that. Why you think they jumping on the train? Shit, you got Chad Ocho Cinco out there, Herman trying to fight. Well, and he actually did an okay job till he got knocked down.
He made that few million off of it though.
Yeah,
hey,
and
hey, but
I
look,
already
but
know.
guess
I
what?
know where Jacob is going. I know what he's about to say. Just go ahead, and get it out of your system. Go ahead, and say it, man.
He could sell himself. He could sell himself.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, Herm. Thank you. Listen, it's a business. Polo, this is all a business at the end of the day. What part of that you're not gonna understand?
No,
You're
I
gonna
do
fight the
understand
man.
that.
You're gonna fight that man. Listen, you gonna listen. Guess what? Guess what, Herm? You wanna know the truth? You're gonna fight
Yeah.
40. You're gonna fight 40 different people from 40 different countries. Guess what? Who's basically putting nearly $500 million in your bank account. Then you gonna have some fighter talking about I want 10 million and this nigga ain't never fight on pay-per-view ever in his life.
Yeah,
How you calling shots? You're
he
not
had to
pay-per-view attractive. You can't offer me nothing.
hold him up. He had to hold him up though. He had to hold him up though, Herman Jacob, because
Yeah.
he know
Hold him up.
he was about to fall
How you
out.
gonna you hope you won't get a chance? Listen, whatever.
He
Like I
carried the
said,
fight.
he's not listen. Okay, back to Shane Mosley. I'm gonna talk about look Shane Mosley who had 5 losses. Who
Oh
had
shit.
5 losses, and guess what? Shane Mosley
Huh?
was barely selling a million. He was barely doing $1 million. His only way out was to fight a Floyd Mayweather. That's it.
No.
That's the only way. That's the only way I'm getting paid. That's the only way I'm gonna have some kind of look. This is the most money I'm ever gonna get, cause he know Floyd can sell a fight. Floyd is a salesman. You see what I'm saying? That's
Yeah.
why Floyd said I was worried about the check. He worried about what he was gonna get paid, vice versa what the vice versa the fight.
Shit.
Shane was
Yeah.
fighting
Why
for
you think Anderson? Why you think Anderson Silva? Anderson Silva trying to well he came back and he was boxing in regular boxing.
Yeah.
You know, but Carissa Shield, she made her way to the UFC scene because she saw that where boxing was going. Boxing was dead during that time. Now boxing is starting to make somewhat of a comeback. I got to give them credit. They're trying to do their thing. The Charlos are really trying to make their presence felt. Canelo trying to make his presence felt, but they ran into this stupid thing right here. I want to get your take on this though, man. She's aiming for. Yes, I know you hate it, Jacob. I'm gonna go ahead and say it in her. If you don't know, what's it, you know about Carissa Shields? You know what I'm saying? She done went to the UF. She done went to the MMA and everything. They focusing on trying to get Nunez,
Yeah.
but
Say that.
Jacob does
man.
not. He thinks that
Hell no.
it absolutely crazy for trying to do that. I said give her at least 10 fights. She'll be ready for Nunez one day.
Do you see my head? Do you see my head?
Yeah,
No, I got the
she'll
screenshot.
whoop Nunez ass. Cause Nunez ain't
Hell
never
no.
took.
Are you
Cause Nu-
Herm?
Thank
Are
no,
you
you, huh?
crazy?
you wanna know why? Cause Nunez ain't never
Where's
had to
my
deal with. He ain't never had to deal.
Where's
She ain't never had to deal with nobody that's powerful like man. Shields could knock her ass out with one punch. Goddamn. She always one hit away. Nunez ain't never had to deal with nobody that got power like that. Name a time she been threatened.
who?
Nunez. She ain't had to face nobody that had hella power like Carissa Shields.
Shit, Chris Cyborg.
She still don't get no power like Carissa Shields.
Look, look, look. Let me tell you let me tell you, Shannon Sharp, where you at? That's okay. Let me take over. Let me take over the crew. Let
Red
me tell
pill.
you.
We ain't talking about Jeannie Bus, man.
We're not talking about red pill right now. I told you what to do. Go hit her up in the DM. Big like Keith Sweat in
See
the
this.
DM.
This
That's
is
what I do.
this is when he start making them little voices when
Tell,
he know he ain't got nothing to
tell,
go on anymore. He'll come with
tell
Bill
her,
Walton. He'll come with Marv Alberts. He'll come with all these other people. But he don't want to face the fact
come
that he
on,
know the
Polo,
truth.
Polo, Polo, Polo. Listen, I'ma do you like I dare Skip. Skip. You not listening. Come on, Skip. You did not listen.
You
You
see, JJ.
refuse every
I
time
mean, you
I
see
try.
Herman.
Oh, Club
Yeah,
KJ.
yeah.
Every time Club KJ
He gotta
try
face
to
the fact,
explain
man.
something. No, look. You gotta understand, guys, that this is a different dimension when we talk about MMA. Look, Amanda Nunes has a whole different parameter of fighting. She can get, if she kick her, if she get Clarissa Shields on the ground, it's over with.
She
Simple as
learning
that.
that she training with John Bone Jones, and on top of that, she working with Anderson Silva too, and
Look,
who was one of the best, who had one of the best ground games. Anderson Silva. Guess where Anderson Silva from? He from Brazil. Guess where Nunez from? Brazil. So that's a
just
tactic. That's a chess
because
move.
they're from the same country does not mean, look,
It means a
Polo,
lot. What are you talking about?
Polo,
He one of
Polo,
the best. He
Polo.
was running the MMA
She,
at one point.
listen,
John Jones was
listen,
running the
listen.
MMA at one point before the
I'm gonna
steroids.
tell you. I'm gonna tell you what Amanda Nunes is gonna do. She is going to be put like this. You see how Sean Porter fight? Y'all see how Sean Porter fight?
Hmm.
Yeah.
He make it
Sean
ugly.
Porter is going to stay in your face. He's going to rush you and stay in your face. Guess what? Amanda Nunes is going to be tactical, but she knows that she's got 4 to 5 different tricks up her sleeve. She's got 4 to 5, if not 6, different tactical attacks. You know what I'm saying? Up her sleeve. So I'm saying, been in that situation too many times. You see what I'm saying? There's just too many tricks. There's just too many tricks in the MMA. A lot of times, a lot of them trainers ain't finna just give her. And guess what? Hard to retain. Listen, you gotta fight some of her leftovers. If you can beat some of her leftovers,
Man, you too.
then then hey, it's a possibility. Me personally, I don't want that for Carissa Shields. I like Carissa Shields as a fight as a woman's fighter. Yeah, a boxer. No, she's the best. She's the best I ever
She could
seen.
be Holly.
Yeah.
Hold on, wait a
She
minute,
could be Holly.
bruh. Do you listen?
She could be Holly.
Did y'all? Let me ask both of you Negroes a question. Have y'all watched Bloodsport?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that's
Y'all
the
seen
movie, man.
Bloodsport,
That's a
right?
yeah. That's
classic.
my
That's a
that's
classic,
my
man.
movie.
Listen.
The
You're
Kumite,
next.
the Kumite.
The Kumite. Listen. Hey, you're
Yeah,
next. You see what that motherfucker said? You're next.
yeah, man.
Look,
Hey, but
look,
you see how calm that motherfucker was
Holly,
when he
Holly
was man. He
Holmes.
would just stand there and wait for his opponent.
Look,
See,
Holly Holmes.
that's what Carissa
Listen,
Shields gonna do
you're
her.
going to have to
I
deal
know
with a kick. You're going to have to deal with a kick boxing specialist. Holly Holmes is going to kick the
Okay,
shit out of her. Kick
okay.
the shit out of her.
They have said in the report they have said that she is adapting faster than what most. She's transitioning better than what some boxers have done. James
Well,
Toney tried
hey,
to get up in there and was unsuccessful and got his ass whooped by
go
Randy.
go ahead, go ahead and fight. Go ahead and fight Holly Holmes. It's not bad. It's really not bad because
That'd be great
that's
for her
another.
resume.
That's another easy work job for my girl Amanda Nunes. You know what I'm saying? That's
Oh man, I can't
you
believe
know.
this, man. You see how Jacob, man, he
But
don't want our sisters to succeed, huh? You feel that?
no, no, man. Listen, I'm trying to tell you. I'm just telling you from that sport. It's different, man. I'm telling you. Amanda Nunes is gonna attack her and two. She's got too many tactical uh tricks, man. It's just a lot that she know. First of all, she knows that Clarissa Shields is a great boxer. She knows that. If they're gonna stand in
What's up,
there and
Mini Mill?
box
How
and
you
just
doing, bro?
if they gonna do that, nah, man. I'm pretty much sure she can easily just beat her on points. You know what I'm saying? She can pretty much just box her for 3 rounds and take away and lead the last two, make it really hard for Amanda Nunes to really just keep her from getting her on the ground. Cause guess what? All it takes is one little slip. All it takes is one. Listen, I'm telling you, you're talking about somebody who's been in there too many times, man. She fought two. I mean, listen, and Amanda Nunes' resume is huge. I'm talking about from the people she's beat, and then the ones she's lost. You got a lot of good people on that on her resume, and really just in her weight class.
Okay.
Period. Man,
Oh,
I'm telling you, man,
oh,
you got to put like
hey,
this
look,
in
look,
10
look, look.
fights.
Hey, hold on, Jacob. I got a good one for her. You know who I think should even train, should step in and train, Carissa Shields for the fact that he could do both too. That boy Rampage, from coming from your city, coming straight out of Memphis.
Herm, are you there? Marv Roberts wants to know if you're there.
I think her
That,
and the fell out, man. He got tired of you capping about Amanda Nunez. You said is Caleb
well, I
Planet
wasn't.
nothing more than a psychological marketing play, bring further
I,
interest to the fight. Well, it's not
I didn't
going
do
down, and
anything.
I'll let my boy Jacob Jennings explain that to you, Mini Mill.
Man, look, like I said, Caleb Plant ain't a pay per view attraction. He's a good fighter. You know what I'm saying? But he ain't fought I mean, Canelo ain't nobody to be played with. Yeah, it's Mark. Look, because here's the deal. You got to think about it, man. Look, Canelo has a country behind him. Caleb Plant doesn't have, like I said, what does Caleb Plant really bring to the table, man? You got to understand that because you got to think about it. You might as well say, shoot, Canelo is pretty much supporting the whole fight. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Who knows Caleb Plant? Who really, to be honest, who all really know Caleb Plant? And then you're gonna look at who has Caleb Plant fought. You see what I'm saying? You gotta look at that. I like Caleb Plant. I seen him fight before. Dude is nice. He nice, but man, he ain't on a he. Caleb Plant ain't on Canelo's level, bro. Come on,
No,
man.
he not.
Come on, man.
He
Come
not.
on, man. I mean, trust me, it'd be different. We were talking about Charlo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
Charlo.
what he was saying though, Jacob, I didn't mean to cut you off, but what he was saying though is
Nah.
that is this like was this like they were kind of like playing with us, like oh yeah, it's finna go down, and then next thing you know, they like
Well, you gotta, yeah, that's. I mean, that's true. But you also got to understand who still has their hand in the cookie jar,
yeah, I
and
know.
that's Oscar De
I
La
hate it,
Hoya.
Jacob.
I don't like it either, bro. Canelo versus
Canelo
Yildirim
versus
two, and
Yildirim 2 is in the works. Can't wait for this rematch.
Yeah, I think most people just want to see it undisputed,
I
not so
think
much.
most people just want to see undisputed, not so much
Yeah.
Canelo and Plant.
Well, look. I mean, should the fight happen? Yes, it should fight happen. But really, personally, look, me personally, if I'm Caleb Plant, I'm not trying to unify just yet. Even though that's really the only other fight that makes sense in that division. I mean, in that division. You see what I'm saying? You know, I mean, personally, man, I just look like this. I want look. How can I mentally fight I mean, a guy like Canelo Alvarez? Man, sometimes bigger fights do that, man. I mean, it ain't always so much of I gotta go jump to and just fight him like that.
Okay, hey, look, he said, hey, check this out. Did you see this, Jacob?
Yeah,
Systematic. Salute to you, bro. Systematic underscore 1X, man. He said, Amir Khan is moving up to 168 for a mega showdown and a rematch against Canelo. Canelo got Amir Khan. He already he knocked out Amir Khan.
yeah, but see, that's what I'm saying. But see, do you know? Look, do you understand? Do you see? Okay, look at that fight right between Canelo and Amir Khan. Guess what? Did that fight make sense? Yes or no?
Right. He
You see what I'm saying?
right.
Charlo Canelo. I
Yeah.
mean,
Hey, you think that's gonna go down, Jacob? I want to see that bad,
I
man.
I I want to see that, but look, do you see why Canelo and Charlo? Listen, Canelo and Charlo right now would make more sense than Plant. Why?
Yeah,
Because
I agree with you.
Charlo them have a bigger following.
Yeah,
You
they
see what I'm
do.
saying? You
They
gotta understand.
controversial.
Yeah, they're controversial. They make more sense. Caleb Plant. I mean, like I said, I mean, he just, I just, I mean, like I said, I just really wouldn't, like I said, for boxing, yeah. I mean, we just talking about one. Cause look, who got more to lose? Who got more to lose? You know what I'm saying? First of all, yeah.
Right.
First of all, who really has more to lose? Caleb Plant or Canelo? Cause damn show
Uh,
ain't no Canelo.
you said Canelo and Charlo needs to happen. Yeah. Well, I think of course. What's his name? Canelo got more to lose. You know what I'm saying? Because it's kind of like if he ends up losing or whatever, that's gonna take a hit on his resume. And the fact that he lost to a guy that's young and up and coming or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's trying to get what they can off of Canelo just to build their resume. It's sort of like what Canelo did when he fought Mayweather. The fact that he fought Mayweather, yeah, he might have lost, but guess what? He got it on his resume.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, but look. Financially, okay. Let me ask you this. So let me ask you this question, right?
Hmm.
Talking about resume, right? So was 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 Canelo's biggest payday? Was it or was it not with Floyd Mayweather?
Yeah, I think well, I would have to go look at the numbers, but yeah,
You see what I'm saying? You gotta understand. Floyd fought him because he had a country behind him, man. You see what I'm saying? Canelo fought him and was already big. It's bigger now. It's triple times bigger. Man, look, you gotta understand. Floyd looking at man. This is look. When Floyd seen Canelo, guess what he seen? Money. He like shit. That's a guaranteed paycheck, nigga. That's a guaranteed
nah, nah,
paycheck I'm
nah, nah,
getting.
nah. Hey, Jacob, I disagree with this statement right here. Hey,
Uh,
Mill, I gotta
uh,
disagree
uh
with you. If
oh,
he
hold
moves up at
on.
175, he's not gonna get knocked out. He's not gonna get
No,
knocked out.
I think look, trust me. Canelo got some. I mean, I like what Canelo's doing right now, man. Honestly, man, sky's the limit for Canelo. He's still young. I mean, he still got. I mean, I like it. I mean, better be to me would be just be the biggest fight. Better and listen, better be nice, man. Better be the dude can fight. Trust me.
he did.
175, man. I like it. I like it. And he can move whatever. That's what I'm saying. By him being, see, I don't even know if Canelo is he's promoting himself or if he's. I think he's still with Dan. I'm not sure if he with Eddie Hearns or not, but put it like this: the man learned. The man has put it like this: financially, from boxing and promotion, from a boxing promotion standpoint. Guess what? He learned from Floyd. See what I'm saying? Because
Right.
yeah, we fight when we after this after put it like this after that fight, I bet you he understood the business of boxing more. I bet you that. I bet he realized, man, this is what I'm man, look what I got just by fighting from Floyd, man, before and after. You see what I'm saying? That motherfucker seen the difference in them numbers, and guess what? He's smart now. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
That's why he probably was clowning Caleb Plant, talking about 10 million. Man, look,
Yeah,
bro,
he not worth
listen,
it. He
he
not
talking
even
about
worth 10 million.
bro, he looking at. Wait a minute, Manny Pacquiao was only going. Manny Pacquiao was going barely going home with $10 million. You know what I'm saying? Barely. He was barely
Listen,
going
hey,
home with
hey,
that.
like I like Mini Mill already, bro. Hey, Mini Mill speaking facts right now. Listen, hey, Jacob, I know you gonna hate this one.
What? To my after Floyd, he
Canelo,
said after
Canelo
Floyd,
after Floyd
much
became
more superior
a
fighter, the
much
best
more
thing that can happen
superior
to him.
fighter. The
No,
best
I
thing
agree
that
with him.
happened to him.
No,
I
I
told
agree.
you
No, no,
that.
no. No. Listen, yes, he's came more superior, but that doesn't mean. First of all, Polo, that don't mean that he can beat
Oh
my
my God,
man.
here
You
we
know what I'm
go.
saying? He
Prime for
can't beat my
prime.
man. That don't mean he's smarter. You know what I'm saying? You got listen. Yeah, you got to. First of all, you got to beat the sensei. I mean, yeah, it take a lot to beat the sensei. It take a couple of rounds. You see what I'm saying? So trust me. Uh, don't let Floyd train and super duper train and go. Cause listen, you don't understand. When Floyd training for a real fight, that's what I'm saying, bruh. Listen, that Floyd Mayweather gonna show up. Trust me, he's going to show up. That
Listen,
Floyd gonna show up. I guarantee you, man. Don't make me start. See, y'all don't want to talk about Floyd's boxing abilities. Y'all want to talk about he the smartest fighter in boxing. But you ain't about to talk about his boxing ability. Everybody talk about Floyd got the highest landing percentage. Everybody want to talk about that. But he ain't he ain't knocking out nobody. He ain't doing this, he ain't doing that. But yet he got the highest landing percentage in boxing.
okay.
Hey, his daddy taught him that style. His listen, he perfected his style, the style that his father taught him. That's all he did was perfected it. That's all he did.
Hey, he said he got Spence over Pac-Man. I've already said that, but Jacob disagrees with me on that.
Hold on, wait a second. I never officially picked. I'm trying to
Okay,
listen.
and well, who you? Well, I thought you said I thought you said Pac-Man was gonna
No, no,
come
no,
through
no,
there and
no.
wreck
Wait a
shop.
minute. Hold on. Listen. No, listen. Who is it? Oh, hold
That's
on.
your date, huh?
Nah, hold on. Who is it? Oh, my cousin. Hey, what's up, cuz? I just got out of the hospital. I need to wait home. What you got?
Yeah, I
This
think
guy came in my face, man.
Pac-Man a legit
Y'all still good over
hate division. I don't matchmaking, past his prime, etc. Archie Moore and old school boxing era, much more skilled. Nah, I believe that Pac-Man is more skilled than what we give it to. You got to think about he's fought in multiple divisions or whatnot, and Pacquiao, you say what you want, he never ducks any smoke. You know what I'm saying? And he's not afraid to take an L. That's why I respect Pacquiao. You know what I'm saying? But in terms of skill and him going in there, what's necessary to win a fight like Errol Spence, it's going to take a lot. You know what I'm saying? It's going to really take a lot. And with Errol Spence's youth in comparison to uh, Manny Pacquiao, you know what I'm saying? I don't see Manny Pacquiao beating Earl Spence. He would have to knock out Earl Spence in order to have that happen. But man, look, hey man, it's been great, kicking it with y'all, man. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna shut this down. Hey, final take,
All
Jake,
right, my bad.
Jacob,
My
what you
bad.
got on this, man?
My bad. Polo. Remember my cousin, man. I don't know what the hell she up to.
No, it's all good, man. You could give your
Uh,
final take because I'm finna go ahead and roll up out of here, man.
okay. Yeah, man. Look. As far as this fight, I mean, I kind of hope it still happen, but I understand. There's a lot of political boxing business that's also behind this thing. You know what I'm saying? Uh, but also, for the Spence and the Pacquiao fight, I hope it's a good fight. I think Spence beats Pacquiao just because he's more younger. He's smart. He's an Olympian too. Um, Brings a lot to the table. Pacquiao is skilled too because he throws about 100 punches around. I don't know how efficient he's going to be in this fight. I think he's going to push Spence, um, but I think right now it's all about Earl Spence. He representing Texas, so I'm rolling with Spence on that just to make that pick. Um, and man, really, like I said, you know,
Salute to you,
Della,
Doctor Voss. I see you in here.
Plant, don't price yourself out, man. This is sport of boxing. You fighting the top cash cow in boxing, and he's the A side, so you know, um, don't price yourself out. That's the only thing I can really say on that. If that's what he's really doing, so um, I mean, that's all I really got, man. Appreciate you letting me come on, man.
Man, nah, it's always a pleasure, man. That boy Jacob Jennings, man, up in the building, man. Lions Den all day, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna tell y'all like this. Look, everything that we done talked about today, man, I'm gonna first and cover everything first, okay? Listen, in terms first and foremost with the meat and potatoes of everything of what we talking about right here, man, we already know, man. Jacob Jennings has said it best. That's why I like to bring him in here. You know what I'm saying? That's my dog. We disagree on some things or whatever, but the one thing that we gotta agree on is the fact that Oscar De La Hoya is doing some snaky shit, and he's always reaching his hand in the cookie jar, just like Jacob Jennings has said. You know what I'm saying? So it's inevitable for us to think that Oscar De La Hoya is not going to try his best to block everything that Canelo is going to come with. However, there's a flip side to that, and there's a flip side to every coin, and it's a double-edged sword in which I look at things. Look, if Canelo is a smart dude. If he's smart enough, you know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying, he's gonna do everything that he can to counter that. And that's what one of his best moves is in boxing is his counter punching. So if he could counter that what Oscar De La Hoya is doing, you know what I'm saying, he could go ahead and hit him with the okey doke and make him slip and miss in a business sense, and still go ahead and maneuver and still make other fights happen. And then hit Oscar De La Hoya and send him on his way. You know what I'm saying? Because he has to realize, Oscar De La Hoya, your time is up, man. You know what I'm saying? What you need to do is you need to come to your senses. You gotten over your alcohol addiction. You gotten over your coke addiction. You gotten over the fact when you was in an abusive relationship and stuff like that. Okay, look, from the ground up. Plus, he's had a better career than what you've had. You know what I'm saying? You just have to face that fact. Chavez has came out and has said that. You know what I'm saying? We all know that. Then on top of that, man, when we talk about, guys like, you know what I'm saying, the Charlos and all these other fighters and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? These guys are on the come up, man, and they're trying to bring boxing back, and I love it. I love it. I love the fact that these guys are getting back into it. You know what I'm saying? coming out and not ducking each other. You know what I'm saying? People want to see a Haney versus Davis fight. People want to see a Earl Spence versus the Charlo or Crawford versus the Spence or you know what I'm saying? Whatever. You know what I'm saying? We want to see fights that are actually intriguing. Get one of them O's to go. And we even want to see the Deontay Wilder and we want to see the Fury fight without all the madness and all the underhanded shit that they doing. You know what I'm saying? That's just a fact. But we're never going to get anywhere if we keep on doing all this type of stuff, dangling the meat in front of the lions and stuff, and the next thing you know, you pull it away. That makes the lions even hungrier. You know what I'm saying? So I just hope they it come to a conclusion. Canelo just need to move on. I think playing is playing games. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, man, I thank everybody for pulling up, man. This is Polo Sports Talking ENT, man. We got Jacob Jennings in the building, Texas, all day representing. I thank Minnie Mill for showing up. I thank Dalton Boss for showing up. Systematic 1X, Herman Buddy for showing up. Stephen Brown, Javier, Ozaroko. You know what I'm saying? I thank y'all for showing up. Lions Den all day. Y'all have a good one.
Salute, Manny. Salute, Polo. Appreciate you, brother.
No doubt, man.